Alright, now how to disassemble this vehicle. It is very fast. This wooden panel trim comes off. No screws, no nothing. Put your trim panel somewhere either here or here. This is my preferred location for opening the panel. The panel just simply comes out. There's nothing. All you see, this is just held by clips. Alright, and these clips can be opened and closed as many times. These are modern day clips. They're not going to give you any problems. Alright, remove this panel. Second panel you remove is on this side right here. Also, put in your panel removal tool underneath and remove it. Make sure to use plastic removal tools so they don't scratch the radio. Now, also, just clips. Nothing else. You got two screws here, 1 and 2, 8mm screws like this. Two screws. You remove the screws, and the whole panel pops out. You might want to pull it from the, but again, there's nothing holding it, just clips. Let me show you this panel right here. All you got is two clips on the bottom, and again, these clips are made to be removed. Move it out of the place, not to scratch it. Two screws over here, again, same 8mm screws. Same screws. This panel just pops out together with the screen. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and it comes out. Use something to cover so you don't scratch it. Make sure somebody's helping you out, but you don't want to scratch anything, so I'm going to use this kind of material. Pull the radio out, replace this, back into its place, move it out of the way, and you want to maybe cover the shifter and stuff like that, right? Now, you got to disconnect the big connector, got to disconnect the blue connector, and the gray connector back of the radio. Disconnect this gray connector. Now, you're going to receive a plug and play harness, just like this. It's 100% plug and play. Factory connector goes in here. Factory connector goes in here. Isolate the RCA if you're not planning to use it. This is factory camera RCA to connect into the radio, but you're going to have to rewire the camera for it to work. Next step, you got two digital cables that were sent to you. They're identical cables. It doesn't matter which one you use. They're both identical. Take one, plug it into the back of the radio. The factory cable that was plugged in there, you will not use anymore. Take this, plug it back into the radio. Take this, plug it back into the radio. Now, in the back of the radio, you also have the same blue connector. You're not going to use the factory connector anymore. Previously, it was going from radio into the screen directly. Now it's going to go from radio into the interface and out to screen. So basically, you had a straight cable. Now you got an interface in the middle. Other than that, it's the same. We're using original connectors. You see? There's a 100% same connectors. Look at this. Color is the same. Everything is the same. Same brand, same everything. Plug it in here. You see the factory one? We're going to unplug it, not use it anymore. Plug it in. Now, you got two ends, and you got this end. So this is your T-harness, plug and play. This is how fast it installs. You got a supplied harness. Plug it in here. Now you plugged in the supplied harness. Now, let me show you this. Take your Made in USA interface. Middle one, screen side. So this is the cable that's coming from the screen. Coming from the screen, goes into the middle one. You got a second cable coming from the radio, goes into the outer one. Then you got this main cable, plugs into the interface. Plug in the interface, watch the LEDs light up, go ahead and start using it. That completes the installation. So the whole entire installation process with disassembly and installing the product, it's going to take less than 10 minutes. You do not have to cut a single wire in the car. You don't have to do anything. You need to remove 2 wooden panels. Well, actually imitation wood, it's more like plastic. If you look at it, it is really plastic. You see on this side, you see this is wood, but on the other side it's just plastic. Remove the 2 panels. 2 screws here, 2 screws holding the buttons for holding the radio, and install this. The entire installation may be 10 minutes. Even if you've never done this before, follow this video. There's no need, the only special tool you need is these 2 tools to install the whole thing. 8mm screw and a plastic panel remover. An 8mm head. That's it. You only need 2 tools to remove this radio and install this whole thing. There's nothing else that you need. You can probably do it with your friend in an hour if you're going to be doing it for the first time. Start the vehicle, observe the screen to come on, and let's go ahead and show you how this all works. Keep in mind, for the demo purposes, we're installing all cameras. You don't have to install the cameras and the vehicle work as before. This is just for demo purposes that we're installing all the cameras, CarPlay, and mirroring. All this stuff are optional. Cameras are optional. You can buy a basic interface with mirroring only, or you can buy with CarPlay if you have iPhone. But Apple CarPlay is also optional. You don't have to buy it. But if you buy it, it's going to be all in one. So it's going to be, everything is going to come in this one case. So you're not going to have multiple adapters. So we pre-install with CarPlay inside. This is made in USA. This is only available from us. There's nobody else in the world have this kind of adapter with this kind of connectors. Everybody else, if you see any interface, they all come from overseas. This is 100% made in USA, and we pre-install everything for you. So if you buy them with CarPlay, without CarPlay, multiple cameras, everything is pre-installed, one box, hide it behind the dash, and you're done. Let's continue to the operation of the interface.